The CEOs of Facebook and Twitter made virtual appearances on Capitol Hill Tuesday, testifying before a U.S. Senate committee for the second time in 3 weeks.
Are legitimate and
Much of the criticism leveled at Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg and Twitter's Jack Dorsey was not new, but it came in the aftermath of the recent U.S. elections.
But when you have companies that have the power of governments, have far more power than traditional media outlets, something has to give.
Social media sites' policing of misinformation, hate speech, and other issues have long been called into question by lawmakers of both parties. Republicans accuse the sites of censorship.
While we would never let the government regulate what the press writes or doesn't write, essentially we are allowing private companies, which are now de facto public forums, to regulate that speech.
Democrats say the companies need to do more to prevent being used for spreading falsehoods.
So you have built terrifying tools of persuasion and manipulation with power far exceeding the robber barons of the last Gilded Age.
The companies acknowledge reforms are needed.
I believe we are well overdue to update the rules for the internet around content, elections, privacy, and data portability.
Twitter's Dorsey pointed to the impact algorithms have in determining what users see.
That is why we believe that we should have more choice in how these algorithms are applied to our content, whether we use them at all, so we can turn them on or off, and have clarity around the outcomes that they are projecting.
Experts say the company's appearance of being open to change is new.
The companies are clearly signaling that they are trying to find a way to compromise with members of Congress in coming up with a new regulatory framework.
Most likely, say experts, any new law will call on the tech companies to be more transparent in how they make decisions about content to label or block. And as long as social media has the power to influence and sway opinions, there will also be scrutiny. Tina Trin, VOA News, New York.
Additional context to help make potentially misleading information more apparent.